we are awaiting images of William and Kate. We imagine we'll see them at any moment. Perhaps they're already there. We frankly expected to see them before this moment, so we will have to see how this unfolds.
And it now looks
stuck in traffic, perhaps.
It looks like there won't be tiaras. There was a lot of chat about whether the female members of the royal family would be wearing tiaras or hats or fascinators, but so far I haven't spotted any tiaras. So we think that, and then there was a rumour that Kate would be wearing a floral headband instead of a tiara. So all of the fashionistas will be waiting with bated breath.
A shocking royal confession has rocked the monarchy. I have to tell you everything. Those words were enough to unravel long-kept secrets, and now Princess Charlotte is set to inherit a title that's over 300 years old. Will she rise to the challenge? The world is watching. The unexpected confession. It was meant to be a private conversation, a moment away from flashing cameras, staged photographs, and rehearsed speeches. But then a voice, allegedly from inside the palace, was overheard saying the words, "I have to tell you everything." That sentence has since become a lightning rod of speculation across Britain and beyond. No one knows exactly who said it or what followed, but insiders claim it wasn't just dramatic. It was devastating. The moment, described by sources as tense and unfiltered, reportedly left several senior royals visibly shaken. The few who were in the room haven't spoken publicly, but the silence is telling. This wasn't scripted, a palace aide allegedly told one journalist. This was raw, honest, and it shook them. Was it about succession, internal conflicts, or something even more personal? Whatever it was, it's changed something inside the firm. The nation is asking, what was revealed? And why now? Whatever was said in that private moment cracked the surface of a very polished institution. Suddenly, the spotlight turned inward, revealing tension beneath tradition. And as the palace tried to regain control, the public got wind of something they weren't supposed to hear, a truth that couldn't be spun or silenced. What the nation wasn't meant to hear. The confession triggered immediate fallout. Phones reportedly rang non-stop across royal departments. Advisors were called in. Briefings were hastily rewritten. Within hours, palace aides began damage control, issuing vague statements, shifting focus to upcoming engagements. Anything to recenter the narrative. But the story had already taken on a life of its own. Royal watchers speculated the confession revealed long-simmering issues about titles, succession, or strained relationships behind palace doors. Some suspected a shift in who will inherit what. Others believed it could have been about Princess Charlotte herself, her future, her role, her unexpected prominence. No one knew for sure, but the guessing became relentless. Was it truth, betrayal, or a rare moment of honesty in a life built on performance? One royal commentator asked. For a monarchy defined by control, the mere suggestion that something unscripted had happened was enough to rattle public perception. This wasn't a leak, it was a rupture. As headlines spread and whispers turned into theories, one thing became clear. This wasn't about just one person. It reflected the pressure building across the entire royal family. With King Charles's health in question and the monarchy facing public fatigue, any disruption hits harder and cuts deeper. The system feels fragile. A family under pressure. Behind the palace gates, the mood has shifted. The public smiles. The ceremonial processions, they continue. But those close to the family say there's a quiet sense of urgency now. A growing realization that time is no longer on their side. And at the heart of it is King Charles's health. Though the palace has kept details vague, it's widely known that Charles is undergoing treatment for an undisclosed medical condition. He remains on the throne, but not without concern. Decisions that were once put off for later are now being made quickly, quietly, behind closed doors. Succession planning, title assignments, legacy talks. There's no room for delay, a former staffer revealed. They're laying groundwork now because waiting isn't an option anymore. In this pressure cooker environment, every move becomes strategic. And it's within this context that Princess Anne began preparing to do something few expected: relinquish the role she's held for nearly 40 years. While public eyes were fixed on who said what, another quiet storm was building. Princess Anne, always the constant in royal chaos, had been making private arrangements of her own. Not to retire, not to disappear, but to pass something sacred on. A title, a duty, and perhaps a legacy redefined. Princess Anne's historic move. Princess Anne has never been one for grand gestures. She works in silence, shows up on time, and does more engagements than almost anyone else in the royal family, without ever asking for praise. But this time, her decision made waves. She had decided to pass down the title of Princess Royal. The Princess Royal title is one of the most exclusive honors in the monarchy. It can only be held by one woman at a time, the eldest daughter of the sovereign. Anne has worn it with dignity since 1987, representing stability, loyalty, and relentless work ethic. Now, she's choosing to give it up. "It's not just a title, it's a statement," said a royal historian. "Anne is signaling the future isn't coming, it's here." Her choice, made quietly but intentionally, breaks with protocol. Traditionally, the title is held for life. But Anne isn't clinging to tradition. She's choosing succession over sentiment. And her chosen successor, a child, but not just any child. The next potential Princess Royal is young, bright, and already beloved by the public. She's born into destiny, yet raised with care. And under Anne's guidance, she's not just being watched. She's being prepared. The monarchy's next chapter may very well rest on Princess Charlotte's shoulders. Princess Charlotte, the future face of royal duty. At just 9 years old, Princess Charlotte is already one of the most well-known faces of the British royal family. With her graceful presence and poised public appearances, she has captured the hearts of the nation. But now, Charlotte is more than just a cute royal child. She's stepping into the very role that once seemed so far in the future. As Anne's chosen successor to the title of Princess Royal, Charlotte's journey has already begun, and it's a path laden with immense responsibility. In recent years, Charlotte's public appearances have become more frequent, not just for ceremonial occasions, but as a clear indicator of her emerging role in the monarchy. Whether attending official state events or supporting charitable causes, Charlotte's presence has been carefully cultivated. There is an undeniable sense that she's being prepared for something larger. Her parents, Prince William and Kate Middleton, have always been intentional in shielding their children from the overwhelming public pressure that comes with being part of the royal family. Yet, at the same time, they understand that Charlotte's future role will require her to be in the spotlight, much sooner than they may have expected. But it's not just her appearances that indicate her growing prominence, it's the way she handles herself in the public eye. Unlike many children her age, Charlotte seems remarkably self-assured. She carries herself with a level of poise that surpasses her years, making it clear that she's already absorbing the lessons that come with being royal. From learning the art of diplomacy to understanding the intricacies of public service, Charlotte is being molded not just to fulfill a role, but to carry the weight of it with dignity and strength. Princess Anne's decision to pass the Princess Royal title to Charlotte at this young age is not just about symbolism. It's strategic. Anne understands the significance of the title and what it demands. Passing it on to Charlotte is a sign of confidence. Confidence in her ability to take on this immense responsibility and in the monarchy's future as a whole. It's an acknowledgement that Charlotte isn't just the daughter of the future king. She's the future face of royal duty. As one royal insider explained, it's about making sure Charlotte is ready for a future that will demand everything from her. And there's no better mentor than Anne to show her the way. With Anne's guidance and her parents' support, Charlotte is stepping into a role that's been hundreds of years in the making. But even with all this preparation, there's a deeper question at play. Why now? What's behind this urgency to fast-track Charlotte's path to the Princess Royal title? Is it the health concerns surrounding King Charles? Or is there something more to this that could signal a shift in the monarchy's direction? Why now? The royal timing question. In the ever-watchful world of the British monarchy, timing is everything. And when Princess Anne made her decision to pass the title of Princess Royal to Charlotte, the timing couldn't have been more critical. With King Charles's health becoming a growing concern, the monarchy is in a delicate phase of transition, and planning for the future has never been more urgent. Details surrounding King Charles's health remain closely guarded, but it's widely known that he's facing significant medical challenges. While he continues to serve as monarch, questions about his long-term ability to carry out his duties have raised concerns behind palace doors. This uncertainty has led to strategic decisions being made at an accelerated pace. There's an awareness that the monarchy must be ready for whatever comes next, and that readiness involves securing the next generation. And it's not just King Charles's health that's fueling this sense of urgency. The Queen Consort, Camilla, though beloved by many, has faced her own struggles with public opinion. Her position in the public's eye is not as secure as that of her predecessor, Queen Elizabeth II. This has created a power vacuum that needs to be filled with a trusted successor, someone who can unite the monarchy and the people, and someone who represents both tradition and modernity. That someone, it seems, is Princess Charlotte. Princess Charlotte's position as third in line to the throne has always placed her in a position of importance. However, her promotion to the title of Princess Royal signals a larger shift within the royal family. It is a clear indication that the monarchy is not simply holding on to outdated traditions. It is actively planning for a future that will require the royal family to evolve. Charlotte, with her modern sensibility and growing popularity, is seen as the perfect bridge between the legacy of the past and the demands of the future. It's about positioning the monarchy for the next century, a royal expert explained. With the uncertainties surrounding the current generation, Charlotte's rise symbolizes the family's strength in adapting. The world is watching how the royals handle this transition, and they're making sure they get it right. But as the wheels of transition turn behind the palace walls, there's one question that continues to linger. Who was the source of that explosive statement? Was it Princess Anne, revealing her plan? Or was it another member of the royal family, possibly hinting at even bigger secrets? Theories abound. I have to tell you everything. Theories behind the statement. The cryptic phrase, "I have to tell you everything," has become a focal point in the ongoing royal drama. As details of this private conversation leaked to the public, the speculation began to swirl. Who said it? What were they referring to? And why now? Some believe that the statement came directly from Princess Anne herself. After all, Anne has been at the center of this historic shift in royal titles. Her decision to relinquish the Princess Royal title to Charlotte is nothing short of monumental, and it would make sense that she would feel the need to explain her reasoning in a raw, emotional way. The weight of such a decision could understandably lead to a moment of unfiltered confession. However, other theories suggest that it wasn't Anne who made the confession, but Prince William. The Duke of Cambridge has long been regarded as the future face of the monarchy, and with the recent shifts in royal strategy, it's possible that he disclosed critical plans regarding Charlotte's future role. This theory is especially compelling given the increasing speculation around the monarchy's succession and the desire for a younger, more relatable face to take on royal duties. Then there's the more dramatic theory that the statement wasn't about titles or roles at all, but about deeper family tensions. As rumors of disagreements within the royal family have continued to bubble up, some insiders suggest that the confession could have been a response to ongoing struggles over public perception, power dynamics, and the monarchy's future trajectory. One royal journalist speculated, if it wasn't Anne, it might have been William, or even Charles himself. The fact that the statement was made in such a private context only adds to the intrigue. Was it about Charlotte, or was it about something much bigger? The ambiguity of this statement has only fueled the nation's obsession with decoding royal truths. And with every new theory that emerges, the pressure on the royal family intensifies. The truth is, no one is sure what's coming next, but everyone is certain it will change the monarchy forever. With so much speculation around what was said, the role of Princess Royal itself remains a topic of intense focus. What does it mean to hold such a prestigious title? It's not just about ceremony. It's about duty, leadership, and scrutiny. And as Anne prepares to pass it on, those duties are clear. What it means to be Princess Royal. The Princess Royal title is not just a ceremonial honor. It is the embodiment of royal duty. For nearly 40 years, Princess Anne has held the title with unwavering commitment, representing the royal family at countless engagements, advocating for charitable causes, and taking on responsibilities that most royals shy away from. Unlike other royal titles, the Princess Royal is not inherited. It is bestowed by the monarch and can only be held by the eldest daughter. This title is not a given. It must be earned through years of dedication and service. And for Anne, that service has been both tireless and deeply personal. She has long been seen as the hardest-working member of the royal family, showing up for every engagement with professionalism, grace, and a sense of responsibility that goes beyond royal duty. It is a calling. As Princess Royal, Anne has represented the monarchy at official events, traveled the world for charity work, and met with leaders from all walks of life. Her dedication to over 300 charitable organizations is a testament to the depth of her commitment. But it's not just about the quantity of her work, it's about the quality. Anne's role has recorded not only a strong work ethic, but a deep understanding of the gravity of her position. Her duty has never been about seeking the spotlight. It's been about quietly serving the greater good. "She's the epitome of duty over glamour," said one royal biographer. Anne never expected to be adored or even understood. She did the work because it was her responsibility. The Princess Royal title is about service, and that's exactly what Anne has done, served with dignity, no matter the cost. And now, as she prepares to pass the baton, Anne is making sure Charlotte understands that service is the core of this title. It's not about titles and recognition. It's about serving the people with the utmost dedication, humility, and resilience. But what does this mean for Charlotte's future? What will she be asked to do when she takes on this monumental responsibility? It's not just about following in Anne's footsteps. It's about creating a legacy of her own. And with Anne's guidance, she's being prepared to do just that. Mentorship in motion. Anne and Charlotte's private bond. Behind the royal palace doors, something quietly extraordinary is happening. Princess Charlotte, still just a child, is already receiving invaluable mentorship from her great-aunt, Princess Anne. The bond between them goes beyond family. It is a strategic apprenticeship. Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach, is teaching Charlotte not just about titles, but about the essence of royal duty. In private moments, Charlotte is being mentored in the ways of the monarchy. How to hold herself in public, how to navigate royal engagements with grace, and how to manage the weight of royal expectations. Anne's guidance is more than just formal instruction. It's about instilling core values. Charlotte is learning the importance of hard work, the dedication required for service, and the strength needed to carry the weight of being royal. Anne's mentorship reflects both her practical, hard-working nature and the quiet strength that defines her. She's teaching Charlotte to be grounded, to never expect applause, but always expect responsibility, said a royal advisor who has worked closely with Anne. It's a different kind of education, one that's rooted in real, lived experience. Charlotte's being trained for the role, not just handed it. Charlotte's training isn't just about private lessons, it's woven into their shared public engagements. Whether it's attending state events, supporting charities, or observing Anne's interactions with world leaders, every moment is a learning experience. Anne's mentorship isn't about showing Charlotte how to speak. It's about showing her how to listen, observe, and lead with quiet authority. This mentorship will prepare Charlotte for more than public appearances. It will prepare her for a life of service. Anne, who has spent decades in the royal spotlight, knows what Charlotte will face, and she's ensuring that her grandniece is ready to face it head-on. With Anne's guidance, Charlotte is already being shaped into the future face of the royal family. But as the lessons continue, questions about how the public will receive her rise to Princess Royal persist. Can a 9-year-old really shoulder the immense weight of the title? Only time will tell. A title with centuries of weight. The Princess Royal title is one of the most coveted and most demanding titles within the British monarchy. Established in 1642 by King Charles I for his daughter, Princess Mary, the title has been passed down through the generations, but only 7 women have held it. Each Princess Royal has defined her own legacy, but all have carried the heavy mantle of responsibility that comes with the title. The role of Princess Royal is not a simple honorary position. It is a real job, one that requires immense dedication. The individual who holds this title is expected to carry out hundreds of royal engagements each year, support charities, represent the monarchy at various events, and embody the core values of the royal family. It's a life of intense scrutiny, constant travel, and behind-the-scenes work that few truly understand. Princess Anne, who has worn the title since 1987, is perhaps the most notable example of what it takes to fulfill this role. Over the course of her tenure, Anne has represented the monarchy with quiet dignity and grace, never seeking the limelight, but always showing up for the work. Her involvement in over 300 charities and organizations is a testament to the depth of her commitment. But it hasn't been easy. The Princess Royal must navigate the complex world of royal protocol, international diplomacy, and public opinion, all while maintaining the image of duty, grace, and unwavering loyalty. She's the hardest-working royal, and she's done it without fanfare, a royal biographer commented. She's set the bar incredibly high for Charlotte, but it's not about surpassing Anne. It's about continuing her legacy of service. As Charlotte steps into this role, it is clear that she will face the same immense expectations. But what makes her rise even more significant is that she will do so at a time when the monarchy is undergoing a period of modernization and change. Charlotte's role as Princess Royal could very well redefine what it means to be a modern royal. But before Charlotte can fully step into her new role, the monarchy itself is undergoing a transformation. The royal family, long steeped in tradition, is gradually embracing the future. Charlotte's rise signals not only the continuation of the monarchy, but its adaptation to the changing times, and that brings both opportunities and challenges. Inside the palace, strategic modernization. The royal family has long been seen as the embodiment of tradition, a symbol of continuity in an ever-changing world. But in recent years, there has been a shift in how the monarchy operates. King Charles has spoken about the need for a more streamlined, modern royal family, one that is more focused on service and less on public spectacle. This vision of a slimmed-down monarchy is taking shape, and Princess Charlotte is set to play a central role in that future. But while modernization is crucial, it's not without its risks. Charlotte is stepping into a role that carries immense pressure, both publicly and privately. The question remains, is she ready for the weight of history that comes with the Princess Royal title? And how will she handle the inevitable scrutiny? Gender, power, and legacy. The elevation of Princess Charlotte to Princess Royal is a significant moment in history, not just for the monarchy, but for the concept of gender in royal roles. Under the Succession to the Crown Act of 2013, gender no longer determines who inherits the throne. This reform, which ended the male preference primogeniture system, has already allowed Charlotte to secure her place as third in line to the throne above her younger brothers. Now, as Charlotte steps into the role of Princess Royal, her position symbolizes more than just a shift in royal titles. It represents a major change in how the monarchy views gender, power, and legacy. For centuries, the royal family has been male-dominated. Women were often relegated to secondary roles, their power largely symbolic rather than functional. But with Charlotte's rise, the monarchy is sending a clear message. Women will no longer be confined to the sidelines. They will lead. For Charlotte, this is a huge responsibility. The weight of centuries of royal history rests on her shoulders, but so too does the power to redefine what it means to be a woman in the royal family. She's not just inheriting a title, she's redefining it. As the monarchy shifts, so too does the public's perception of its future. But no matter how much the institution changes, there will always be scrutiny, especially from the public. And as Charlotte prepares to step into the spotlight, the world will be watching, questioning, and waiting to see if she can meet their expectations. Public reaction, shock, applause, and questions. The announcement that Princess Charlotte is set to inherit the Princess Royal title was met with mixed reactions across the public. For many, the news was a sign of the monarchy's modernization and adaptation to contemporary expectations. Others, however, were skeptical, questioning whether a 9-year-old could truly carry the immense responsibility that comes with such a prestigious title. But one thing was certain: the public couldn't stop talking about it. Supporters of the royal family were quick to applaud the move, hailing it as a progressive step forward. For them, Charlotte's rise symbolized a new era for the monarchy, one where tradition is respected but not rigidly followed. They saw it as a way of ensuring that the royal family stays relevant in an ever-changing world, with a young, relatable figure leading the way into the future. As the public reacts with shock, awe, and uncertainty, another layer of tension emerges: the weight of expectation. Charlotte's future as Princess Royal is already set, but the eyes of the world are on her every move. Will she rise to the challenge, or will the pressure become too much? The crown's gamble on a 9-year-old. For a monarchy that has survived centuries of public scrutiny and shifting political landscapes, the decision to crown a 9-year-old with the Princess Royal title is a bold gamble. Princess Charlotte's rise isn't just about tradition, it's about securing the future of the British monarchy itself. The stakes are high, and the pressure on Charlotte to succeed is overwhelming. The public is already enamored with Charlotte's charm and grace. She has won hearts across the UK and beyond with her endearing nature and poised public appearances. But there's a massive difference between being a beloved child and becoming the Princess Royal. The expectations placed on her will be immense. She will need to take on hundreds of engagements every year, advocate for numerous charitable causes, and represent the monarchy at both national and international events, all while navigating the intense scrutiny that comes with being one of the most famous children in the world. The reality of being royal is far more demanding than the public realizes, one royal insider shared. The pressure isn't just about public appearances, it's about being everywhere, all the time, for everyone. The constant travel, the meetings, the commitments. It's not a life for a child, but it's one Charlotte will have to learn. Despite the weight of the responsibility, one thing is clear: Princess Charlotte's future as Princess Royal is inevitable. Whether she succeeds or falters, the monarchy's direction is now in her hands. The question is not if she will carry the role, but how she will shape it for generations to come. The beginning of a new royal chapter. The decision to pass the Princess Royal title to Princess Charlotte marks the beginning of a new chapter in the royal family's history, one that may reshape the monarchy as we know it. The coronation of King Charles signaled the start of a new reign, but it's Charlotte's rise that feels like the true turning point. With Anne's decision to pass down the title and her active mentorship of Charlotte, the future of the monarchy is being rewritten before our eyes. Charlotte's rise is more than just a royal event. It's a statement about the future of power, gender, and leadership. Her promotion reflects a monarchy that is willing to change with the times, to embrace modern values while maintaining its core mission of service. It's an acknowledgement that the monarchy must adapt to remain relevant, and that adaptation is personified in Charlotte's young, fresh face. But Charlotte's path won't be without challenges. She will need to navigate the delicate balance between duty and personal growth, public life, and private identity. She will be expected to embody the royal family's values, dedication, loyalty, and humility, while at the same time standing out as a modern figurehead who can connect with a new generation. The public, the media, and the monarchy itself will all watch as she learns, grows, and eventually steps into the full power of her role. Princess Charlotte's rise to Princess Royal isn't just about a title, it's a turning point for the monarchy. With Anne's mentorship and the weight of tradition behind her, Charlotte is stepping into the future of the royal family. As the world watches, one thing is certain: the monarchy is evolving, and Charlotte could redefine what it means to be royal. The question now isn't if she will succeed, but how she will change the monarchy forever. With the crown's gamble resting on her shoulders, Charlotte's journey is just beginning, and it will be one for the history books.